Welcome to the 6th video in the Copilot for Security Flight School series. I'm Ryan Munch, your flight instructor. If you're watching this video, we're going to assume you've watched the prior lessons and you have an instance of Copilot for Security ready to go. If you don't have Copilot ready, head over to MS Learn to begin your flight checks. As with the last video, we will spend most of our time in the platform walking through how to become an ace at Copilot for Security. This lesson is all about understanding how prompting works in Copilot. Prompts are the set of instructions you give Copilot in natural language. In fact, when you are interacting with Copilot for Security through questions or commands, you are indeed prompting. To get started, you can find the prompt bar at the center of Copilot. There, you can tell Copilot what insights you want from your security or IT data. The prompt is the text-based natural language input you provide in the prompt bar that instructs Security Copilot to generate a response. The response return is predicated upon the plugins I have enabled, and for Microsoft systems, my permissions in that system. Based on what is enabled and what I have access to, Copilot will leverage plugins and their underlying skills to make a determination for a response. Skills to review are learned functions that Copilot uses to provide a response. If I click on the prompt bar, I can view the system capabilities aligned to my enabled plugin and their associated skills. There are 3 ways to prompt within Copilot: prompt suggestions, prompt books, and create your own prompt. Prompt suggestions are specific single prompts that you can use in Copilot or direct invocations of skills. When directly selected, you will be asked to supply inputs to enrich the returned response. These inputs are otherwise normally filled in by the orchestrator through your prompt or session context. So when you directly select a suggested prompt, the inputs are provided for your election. Prompt books are a collection of prompts that can be put together to accomplish specific workflows, whether in security, IT, or otherwise. Each prompt book requires a specific input, for example, a code snippet or a threat actor name, and then runs a series of prompts in sequence with one prompt building on the one before it. Both prompt suggestions and prompt books are given to you by Copilot. All you must do is click on the prompt you want to run, so let's do that by searching for and selecting Generate Incident Report. I'm asked to provide either required or optional values. In this case, I'll supply an incident the required value 19388. Copilot will then start a session to respond to my prompt. As for prompt books, they will be covered in a later Flight School series video. The third option is to create your own prompt, so you can directly enter a request in your own words for Copilot to answer. For those that are new to the security analyst role and engaging with AI, effective prompting may take some practice. You must be specific about your question. For this reason, Copilot for Security provides prompt books that provide a series of pre-selected prompts and prompt suggestions to help get you started. In the next video, we'll give you tips on how to create effective prompts. But for now, let's start with a simple question and see what profound results we have returned. I'll prompt Copilot, what is the latest threat intelligence information? After prompting, Copilot will create a new session and then begin to determine how to respond to me. The orchestrator is tasked with figuring out exactly that. It will take my prompt and examine the plugins and skills for the best possible match. If I, for example, had multiple threat intelligence plugins, the orchestrator would be responsible for selecting the best one. As part of the platform's RAI principles, Copilot will show the plugin selected, the underlying skill, and the scoped insights it returned. And finally, the safety checks ran against the prompt itself. When this completes, the prompt response is displayed below. In the response content, I get a great summary of recent articles and of threat intel profiles. The blue links actually represent citations to the source material used to formulate the prompt response. This is another demonstration of RAI, our commitment to transparency to let you verify the information used. We believe strongly that only by showing you the sequence used along with the data cited Is it possible to understand and trust the results of an AI system output? If I follow a link, it takes me over to Microsoft Defender Threat Intelligence. All of the finished intelligence and telemetry by the solution is free and baked into Copilot as part of the license. This helps ground the solution to eliminate fabrications, but we also believe strongly that threat intelligence should be contextual to any security workflow. With my result now complete, I have a stored stateful session in Copilot. The session allows Copilot to build context such that if I prompted, provide the IOCs from the first article. It knows exactly what to return. Sessions allow Copilot to advance understanding in locksteps with your own workflow. You can share out and duplicate sessions. The statefulness also provides other advantages, like exporting a prompt result or selecting multiple responses and building an on-the-fly summary with our pinboard. The pinboard is great for highlighting useful responses to any colleagues I share my session with, like a prompt response. I can also share it out directly. At this point, I have the option to carry on with my workflow, but if for whatever reason I wanted to start a new one, I can either do that from the session menu at the top of my screen or head back to the home screen. You'll note that the workflow we just conducted now appears on my recent sessions, and I can now decide what to do next in Copilot. We've barely gotten airborne with prompting, which is why our next video will take our newfound skills to new heights with prompt engineering. With a great foundation in prompting, you'll be able to take full advantage of Copilot. Go ahead and begin packing your flight bag for our next lesson. I'm Ryan Munch, and I'll catch you next time, pilots.